back to Tampa Bay Right Now. Joining me now to discuss campus safety at the University of Tampa are Monty Wirtz and Kevin Howell. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, no problem. So tell us, what are your roles at the University of Tampa?
I am the assistant to the Vice President for Operations and Planning, which is a long title, which basically means that I'm in charge of things that happen on campus that involve student emergencies. I'm in charge of our Student of Concern program, our Victim Advocate program, and I work very closely with Kevin in the Department of Campus Safety to keep our students just as safe as we can.
That's great. And Kevin?
I'm the director over the Campus Safety program for the university, and we kind of generate all the work that she has to now muddle through.
So they give you all the work to do?
They give us a lot, yeah.
And so tell us, let's talk about some of these programs that you have, like the Student of Concern. What is that?
We started the Student of Concern program in the spring of 2004, and we did that so that we could get ahead of a student crisis.
Okay.
We have a lot of students from all different parts of the world, all different ages, all different backgrounds, and we wanted to make sure that we were providing a program on campus so that we could intervene if they were having trouble. And that could be anything from financial to relationships to even something as serious as sexual assault, suicidal thoughts. But we wanted to make sure that everyone in the community felt empowered enough to let us know when a student was struggling. We are a smaller institution, which is wonderful, so we have a lot of staff that touch students daily, that have interactions with them. We also encouraged parents and other students to let us know when a student was struggling. And we've been very happy with the results of the program. We've really been able to get to students prior to them missing classes, prior to them making some really bad choices in their lives, and we've been able to have them complete semesters successfully, complete their years successfully.
Yeah, because it's really a tough time for that age group, especially when, you know, maybe it's the first time away from home, it's the first time on your own, you're being surrounded by a lot of new pressures. So I love that you said not the student in trouble doesn't have to only come to you. It could be a parent that's concerned. It could be a friend. It could be a teacher. So that's really important. On that same kind of aspect about people letting you know when something's happening, I know you have a silent witness program.
We do.
Tell me about that.
We do. We have a strategy on campus, and we borrowed it from the city of Manhattan. And we encourage people all over our university community, if you see something, say something, because we, are not going to be able to be aware of everything that's going on campus all the time. Now, we encourage people through the silent witness, if you are a witness to a crime and you don't want to make yourself known, we encourage people to use that silent witness, and that's a web reporting form. It goes right to the campus safety office, and so they get all the information that you have as to time, place, location, what's occurring, and then people can feel comfortable that no personal identifying information is coming in. So sometimes our students, because of a maturity level or because of a perceived danger, don't feel comfortable calling, the campus safety office and saying, I see something bad that's happening on campus or something that's concerning me. But this gives them an opportunity to give us that information without any negative repercussions. And that, on the form, we're very clear that that doesn't mean that immediate action will be taken, but it does mean that we're going to investigate it and follow up.
Yeah. So Kevin, I know in recent media there's been a lot of concern about the school safety, especially with the school shootings that have happened. What are some things that UT does to help ensure that everyone feels safe?
Well, obviously, like with all the institutions, we want to have a great communication network. With the University of Tampa being a private institution, we don't have a law enforcement entity on campus. However, our staff is as large as some of the police departments. So we have a staff that reacts very similarly. So we also do training with the students, we do training with the staff, we provide them the resources. But the law enforcement component for response, because we sit in the middle of the city of Tampa, is that we have a communication with law enforcement, and we have them on campus on certain nights to assist us. But our communication module is interactive. We communicate with Tampa Police Department, and they interact with us and our students on a regular basis every single day. So while we may not have the law enforcement department as some schools, USF, University of Florida, things of that nature, we work very seamlessly with our personnel training in the same manner and the same responses as the police department coming on, and then that gives the law enforcement entity to know exactly how they're going to respond to the campus as well, so that having that on campus regularly and the training that we provide to everybody, they're used to seeing us involved, they're used to seeing law enforcement on campus, and they can then put those pieces of the puzzle and apply them regularly.
Now I know, like in elementary schools, middle schools, high schools, they do drills. They have tornado drills or they have lockdowns. Do college campuses do that as well?
We have an emergency communication group that actually meets every other week, all throughout the semester, all throughout the summer, basically to operate those systems. We have emergency text message systems. We have something called ThorGuard that alerts the campus to lightning strikes. We have emergency visual screens where we can flash information, and we test those systems periodically. We do 2 major tests a year. This includes phones, global emails, pop-ups on computer screens, the emergency text, just to make sure everything is working and to make sure that the students and faculty and staff know what it looks like when it pops up. And we've been very encouraged by the effectiveness of those systems. I think those are probably one of the best ways that we communicate with our students.
Technology has come leaps and bounds. I mean, I get text message alerts from just the city of Tampa about breaking news. So I think that's really important that technology can, because every college kid has a phone.
Absolutely.
So I think that's important, and also being so close. UT is so close to downtown Tampa. Is there any concern with that? I know they have those big conventions that sometimes happen, and there's a lot of activity down there. Do you think it's a safer environment, or what would you say about that?
I'd say it's a very seamless environment, even though the institution itself resides there.
Right.
Because, and I use the RNC as an example, we were very core there, but all of the stuff that we had in place and secured was, again, seamless with the law enforcement response. We had them on campus. We worked with them. They were coming through campus, and we had constant communication. So while we had a few instances that happened on the outskirts, we were prepared with a response plan down on campus, and law enforcement was also working with us and responding that.
Right. All right, well, we're going to talk more, so don't go anywhere. Coming up next, more with Monty and Kevin from the University of Tampa. Don't go away.